Ready to get this going, Derek?
Yo, yeah. Let's do it, man.
It's like someone's got to shock you to get you awake, man. I love it.
I'm awake.
Little bit of Motley Crue, man. You know what? If Kickstart My Heart doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what does, man. That song's amazing. So we've had so many success reports and testimonials about what we've learned over the last couple of weeks. Have you got a chance to check out some of those in the group, Jerry?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty damn amazing, man. Seems like a lot of people are getting a lot of filled out their forms. I haven't seen if anyone really landed a client yet, but looks pretty good to go.
Engagement. That's like where it's all about. Just in case you've never been on here before, which I hope it isn't the case, unless you're pirating the show. My co-host, always with me, Derek Owasiak. What's up, man?
Not much, man. Just a rainy day up here in Canada.
Really?
Yeah. It's cold.
Yeah, same here, man. We got a hurricane coming through. So,
ouch.
Yeah, being in the middle of the state helps it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do tonight is I want to handle some questions and answers, but only about LinkedIn. Not going to do any SEO. You've got Fletch for 2 sessions, Joe, you've got Greg. You've got plenty of people that you can go with Q&A. I want to focus in on this to build your business. If you want general SEO questions, I'm not going to answer them. But if you have any questions, I want to be able to handle those right now. And we've got a lot of different things, so let me kind of clear some things up. So we had some people post in there, I'm not sure if I should be sending emails or I'm not sure if I should be sending through the LinkedIn instant messaging system. I've never told you to do anything with emails yet. It's only through the LinkedIn messaging system. I'm going to show you what to do with those emails at a later webinar. Believe this or not, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you, we have possibly 3 more webinars about LinkedIn. So we have a lot more information to cover. Tonight we've got incredible information to cover, and we've got stuff lined up. I told you this is one of the most in-depth client-getting methods, and that's why I was very, very kind of skeptical in bringing it out and teaching it. But seeing the success of it and seeing how it made me realize that it was the right decision to do. So with that, you are not going to be using the emails for another 2 or 3 weeks. So let's just get that out of the way. There's not even a point of downloading it right now. You'd want to wait and download after. Or maybe you've already segregated them and you're seeing what you've added versus who you're going after. So that's one question out of the way. The second, as we've seen, is people are saying, hey, Cotton, I have been clicking buttons and I haven't had anyone fill out a discovery form yet. Well, no shit. I mean, we're clicking buttons. What do you expect? It's like, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I am very, very, very shocked that like people are even getting this sort of incredible response that they've got. It's even surprising to me. I didn't get the level of that amount of success when I did this a year ago. Sometimes, but not all the time. So we're having a lot of success with it. So if you're sending out connects and no one's reaching out to you for business, that's normal. You're not abnormal. You're not crazy. It's fine. It's okay. So don't panic. That's like one of the things that don't panic. So everything's fine. Second of all, if you've got a chance to start sending messages out on your first touch and no one replies, that's normal. That's why it's called a 3-touch system. Sometimes it's going to take a little bit to get people. They don't log in every day. So one of the things that I really want to cover tonight to make sure that everyone kind of understands is patience. Patience. I've about made this as easy as it can get for you to go out and get clients, but everyone is unsatisfied with the speed. It's now. Or it's like, oh my God, I haven't had this, they had that. Why aren't I getting it? Just chill, keep your nose down, keep plugging away. It's a sign that you're moving in the right direction. So sometimes success comes faster or slower for others. So that's why. So be patient. Now, I want to make sure that everyone understands this. Just give me hashtag patience. Patience. I want to see it. I want to see a couple hundred of these things because this is, as I said, we're building a critical mass with this. This is nothing that's overnight. This is nothing that you're going to have instant success with tomorrow. And it's great if you do. And I'm excited for everyone that has. And that's exactly why we're showing this method that I've used many, many times getting clients. So with that, just be patient for God's sakes. So the second thing I've seen is people wanting to know about connections, that you can't add anything past the second connection. That's accurate. You can't. I'm going to show you a way tonight where you're going to be able to open up and connect people with 0 connections to you, that they're not a second tier or third tier, that we're going to show you how to open that up tonight. So just hold tight. All that we've shown you to basically do is to click buttons, and it seems for some people that's too difficult too. There's people out there making software for it and complaining about how hard it is, that they've got to click buttons and it's making them go crazy, which blows my mind. Now, I understand if we're out digging ditches and you want to have a shovel or you want a bulldozer, but come on, man. This is about as easy as it gets. You guys are getting spoon-fed compared to when I got inside of OMG. So, yeah, it's work. Getting clients is going to be some work. It's as easy as it gets. You're clicking buttons. So the complaining about how hard it is, come on. We don't need a software for it. You need to put in your time. And I've heard people say, but Cotton, my time's valuable to put it in with a client. Listen, that's what you're doing. You're getting clients. You're saying hello to every possible person that you can in a way that's never been done before as fast as it can get. So creating software and doing things faster, remember, it's not how fast you get to where you're going. It's did you get there safely and do you have money in your pockets when you get there? So remember that. So taking shortcuts, I despise shortcuts. Shortcuts are a road to failure. And anyone that's trying to look for a shortcut at this moment, I worry. So I'm just going to throw that out there. So with that, I have pretty much addressed everything that I remember being in there. So I will go through some questions and see if we've got. We've got here. People are still sending me stuff that have nothing to do with LinkedIn. And everyone, there should only be one thread. And it's the thread that I have typed in. So once again, if you're not listening to me, it's about following directions. We're in the OMG, the thread that I have created that's pinned to the top of the page, not the post. Hold on, let me make Derek an organizer while we're doing this. Where are you at? There you are. Hold on. Got it. All right, Derek, you're an organizer. Let me check some more questions. Wow. People are still asking SEO questions. When sending them the first message, what do you write in the subject? Whatever you want. Whatever you want. This isn't a recipe. You can and I gave you templates to follow. You don't have to follow it exactly. Cotton, the LinkedIn client getting method is fantastic. As taught by you last Wednesday. I started with one touch and have started receiving replies. From the message. Should I consider them for a second touch or contact them directly? It depends on what type of reply you get. So if someone, and let me address this as well. So someone said, Cotton, I sent out touch one, and they replied back to me. If they reply back to you and said, hey, great getting to know you as well, that doesn't mean that they're ready to be sold yet. That's not what that means. If they get back with you and say, hey, I'm interested in us doing some business, or can you look at my website, or they filled out your site analysis if you have it up, by all means, contact them. That's what it's for, leads. So when they initiate it, take care of them. Talk to them. Send them to the discovery form and start the whole process as if you were to meet them again. I don't want you to confuse all this. Anytime that you have someone bite or that shows interest or that asks you any sort of interest question, tell them that you would love to be able to look at that form, send them to your discovery form, get them to fill it out, and move along from there. Get them back in your funnel again. So absolutely. So, but if you send your first touch, and the first touch is basically this, it just says, hey, we connected on LinkedIn a while back, and I wanted to drop you a note to say thanks. Looking forward to keeping in touch. And if they just say thank you likewise, then all that means is they've graduated to the second touch. That's it. So we're going to go through a whole funnel system here about what to do, what not to do next here in a moment. Now, I remember in the Facebook group there was someone says, is this spammy? How is this spammy? Like putting this right here. That's not spammy. Not at all. I just said cotton. I'm not telling them to click on anything. So no, it's not spammy. I've never had anybody have any issue with it. Matter of fact, I've got people filling it out. That's all I've ever had. So that's like one thing right there. We'll go to the next question. Let's see there. Is there a way to search a connection from the date of the connect? Right now I'm going through my connections and not to scroll down a list of 3,000. Unfortunately, no. Not unless that you want to track those in a spreadsheet of everything that you sent out that day. So there is not. I wish there was. You're just going to have to guesstimate on a lot of stuff. It says, hey, Cotton, thanks for this. After sending out 250 connects a day on LinkedIn, they start to ask for your email address before I can press connect. Any way around this? That's something that they must have added it since the last time I was doing it. If they ask you to enter in your email address, just copy your email address and paste it and move on. So, like I said, there's not limited. Man, if I could have sent out 300 or 400 of these a day, I would have been happy back a couple years ago when I first got started. Hey, Cotton, I have an established, strong LinkedIn profile that is solely based on my 30-year construction career. I have authority. Now, great. I'm glad you asked this question because I forgot about that as well. So there's a lot of people that are in a position to where they have a LinkedIn profile. Obviously, you were in another career, and you know you might have been a roofer, you might have been who knows, you might have been a doctor, you might have been a lawyer, might have been something else, and your LinkedIn profile is clearly designated for that particular field that you were in the past. How many of you are in this situation? Give me a hashtag me. I want to see that. How many of you right now feel that you've got a really strong LinkedIn profile but has nothing to do with SEO? A lot of them. So we're getting a few people here. You know, here's the thing. I'm not going to advise you on what to do because it's surely an opinion and it's not a fact. So I can only advise you based on my opinion. There's no fact on this. Anyone that tells you that they have the answer, they do not. So in my opinion, if you feel that you can transition that to assist you in your SEO career, for instance, if you're a lawyer and it's natural for you to go after lawyers because you have an insight to what they need. It's a benefit. But if you were a construction worker and if you're doing an SEO, I don't know how you can kind of weave that into SEO or what you could do is just start a new profile. That's it. I mean, it's whatever you feel comfortable with, and only you know this answer. It's whatever you feel that you can spin it into. On my LinkedIn profile, I've got two. One I use for sales and one I use for regular. And on my first one, the one that you guys see visible that you're hitting on, I refuse to put really any of my past employers that didn't benefit what I did. So another thing that you can do is if you were a construction worker and you're no longer, you're never going to be a construction worker again, you can delete it. That's my opinion. That's not necessarily the right answer. Just giving you options of ways of thought. But what you need to do is just simply decide what's best for you. Only you know that. And just make a move. I just wouldn't take too long thinking about it. But I certainly wouldn't let it paralyze you and moving forward with connecting with people. Certainly nothing that I would do. So remember, one of the things that we wanted you to do from the first webinar is we wanted you to get your LinkedIn profile set up as a landing page so everyone knows precisely what you do, so there's no confusion moving forward. So that's one of the things that's really important. So if you feel that you've got your LinkedIn profile, that it blends in well, or that you were a school teacher and now you've moved on to a better career, that's great. I just don't understand how you being a hairdresser, then an SEO, strikes a lot of confidence in business owners wanting to hand over $1,000 to you. So it's just you're going to have to use your best judgment on that. And everyone has opinions. I would go with whatever you feel comfortable with based on the information that I've just given you. So there's no right or wrong answer with that. But if you are not sure, just create another one. There's plenty of OMGers here that'll give you enough referrals to make it look legit. And I'm sure they're going to click the heck out of it on your traits to pump it up. And in no time, you'll be up and running. You might be down for a week or so. If you feel that's a better option for you, then do so. So hopefully that helped answer that. Next one up is hey, Cotton, I have a question about tracking. Yeah, hold on here. Hey, Cotton, if someone messages us asking for our services after the connection is made, what is the best way to reply other than the discovery form? That's it. That's it. Look, I don't want you to treat this any differently than if you met these people on the street, if you met them at a charity, if they filled out your discovery form, or they called your business or they called your agency and wanted information. If someone says, hey, let's do business together, then you can just say, hey, do you have a few moments for a quick phone call? That's it. I would definitely get them on the phone. I wouldn't message them back and forth. I deal with things like adults, not like children. Children like to text back and forth. I deal with things like adults. I want them to hear me. I want them to know that I'm authoritative. I want to hear exactly what they want, and then send them to the discovery form. So what I have always done is if they reach out to me and ask me for business, what I want to do is to say I would immediately go to the touch 3. And let me see if you can see. I don't even remember. Okay, does that even fit in? Let me go right here. Look real quick. Yeah. If you have a few minutes to chat, let me know what times and dates work best for you. Not next week. If you have a few minutes to chat in the next couple days, let me know what times and dates work for you. I'd even give them a couple. When they're when they're reaching out to you, take control of it and just say, I've got a 10 a.m. or a 4 p.m. open. Which one works for you? That's it. It's not rocket science. I wouldn't get way caught up into it. Let me go to the next question here. Yes, now let me click here. No. I wouldn't overthink a lot of this stuff. Someone's asking about should they just be connecting with other LinkedIn Premium users. I don't necessarily know that that's the case. Remember, and everyone generally has their LinkedIn tied into their email address. So let me see this just to be certain. How many of you now have your LinkedIn tied into your email to where anytime someone sends you a message or something happens, it notifies you? Give me a hashtag notify. I want to see how many of you have already experienced that. Let's wait here so we can get this going here. Okay, everyone's slow to text. So yeah, what I'm saying is that whether you're a premium or whether you're not, people check their email, and someone sees they have a message that gets their attention. If they want to do business or not, it's not. Remember, this is a numbers game. Don't get upset. I mean, if you get one client out of 500 clicks, you'll be doing that all day. I mean, that's literally what, a client every 3 days? I mean, it's crazy. So what I'm saying is they get notified whenever you send it. So I wouldn't worry about it. One of the other, hold on here. Click on another question. One of the prospects after receiving my message just used the SEO audit tool, but haven't replied to the message. Should I consider him a 2K touch? No. If they have filled out the audit and you have their phone number, you now have their email address. I would email them directly. I guess what I'm assuming is it's my fault for assuming that people know what to do because I do. And that's a horrible way to look. If someone fills out your site audit, that is no different than them filling out a discovery form or moving forward. Immediately try to get them on the phone. Call them or send them an email saying, hey, I noticed that you filled out the audit. I was wondering if you had a few moments in the next couple days where we could go over it and talk about it. I see a couple things on here that we could probably improve. That's a warm lead. That's a warm lead. However you feel comfortable doing it, moving forward. You could call them up directly and get Bob on the phone and say, hey, Bob, I noticed you filled out the site audit and just wanted to say thanks. I noticed there was a couple things that we might be able to improve on it. Wondering if you had a couple moments to talk about it. And he said, well, sure, and just go through there. So these are warm leads that you're getting. So this has never been this easy. Never been this easy before. So there's another one here. It says there's a soft limit on connections. Who cares if it's 5,000? That's a lot of connects. It's a lot of connects. It's a lot. I don't want to focus on any of the negatives with this. There's so many positives. We don't need to do the negatives. It says someone here said they filled out for the Pro Founder and got denied. Then I have no idea. Maybe it's not available in your country. Maybe it's just not available in your area. I would assume it's only available in metropolitan areas. I have no idea. Once again, I'm not LinkedIn customer service. I have no idea. I got approved right away. A lot of people did. Just email customer support and find out what's going on. There's a lot of stuff, guys, that I'm just not LinkedIn customer support. I don't know a lot of these questions. I always found a way to get out of them, or I would email customer support because, you know, I'm a premium member. Hold on here. Let me read this. Hey, Cotton, I hope this doesn't come off negative. I see many people saying they're an SEO for years, even though they just created it through OMG last week, but I know I haven't. Will I be at a disadvantage for having all my recommendations in my company listing as a startup SEO company? No, I don't think so. It's just a new company. I mean, I've got 3 or 4 SEO companies. So if one starts up, it starts up. Look, what I don't want you guys to do is, it's so easy, and I'm going to be done with questions because a lot of them are just things that can be figured out easily. One is this. You know, the mind is designed to go into fight or flight. It's been designed that from a million years ago. And as of right now, we have no problems in society to where we're constantly in a fight or in flight mode. So what we sit and do is we literally create obstacles for ourselves so we can constantly be in flight. It's a nature. You've got to fight this with your mind consistently. If you notice, everything that I always say, no big deal. I don't care. No, that's not that big of a deal. But why? Because it isn't. But what I don't want you to do is just sit there and go, oh my God, am I at a disadvantage? What happens with this? Instead of worrying about all the things that could go wrong, concentrate on all the things that could go right. You are not in fight or flight mode. You've got a house, you've got a car, you're not missing any meals, you're able to afford an $8,000 program, and you're getting it done. I wouldn't worry about, am I at a disadvantage? These are things that can just infect your mind. This is literally the easiest way that you can get clients and get minimal rejection. Don't make this any harder than what it is. I don't want to hear people complaining about that they've clicked it too many times, that they've clicked, too many buttons and it's painful, because that's not true. I want you to live 200 years ago where you had to grow your own food, milk the cows, get your own other stuff. We don't have any problems today, nor do you, nor do you. So let's not make this into more problems than what there is. If you think this is hard, what we're doing right now, oh man, God bless you when you really start your business up. Because this literally as easy as it gets. And remember what I said, when you think as an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs are people that solve their own problems. Employees are people that ask, especially when it's in a situation that's easy as clicking buttons. So what I'm saying is just please stop the negative stuff and worrying about, am I at a disadvantage? Are people going to like me? All of this. It's like I'm talking to a 17-year-old girl with pimples who's going to the first date and it's prom. It's like, Dad, is he going to like me? Well, are you serious? We're entrepreneurs. We're going to get rejected consistently. And if you're not failing and getting rejected, you're not out there doing what you're supposed to do. I want to hear a few no's. I really do. It helps me refine my game. I expect no's. I expect no's. So what I want you guys to do is give me hashtag positive. I want you to stay positive through all of this. This is literally as easy as it gets. I'm not telling you to go out and knock on every business door that there is. Or I'm not telling you to, hey, give a speech in front of 1,000 people. We're not doing that. We're clicking buttons and copy and pasting messages. And everyone is still in fight or flight, wondering, are they going to like me? And that becomes the biggest problem in your life because you don't have any. So please, make it easy. Make it easy. So with that, we're going to jump right into the lesson. I literally need to see a whole lot more positives going on here because there's a whole lot of crazy questions about everything that can go wrong. No, don't worry about what goes wrong until it goes wrong and then fix it. Chances are nothing will go wrong. So let me get this refreshed so we can see what we're doing here. Get this open. Here we go. Let's get these hashtag positives coming on. Stay positive. My God, this is so easy, this LinkedIn stuff. To everyone that just clicking buttons and sending out messages and getting clients. It's never been easier. So what we're going to discuss tonight is simply this. And then we're going to go in through a kind of a mind map of exactly what to do with answering questions, third touch, what happens if they don't, the time frame, all of that. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to show you tonight how I want you to start looking credible. And there's going to be a reason for that because we're going to talk about things where it's going to be very important. So with that, I'm going to show you a method that is going to put you out there and have you sharing good content and being in the eyes of all of your contacts so they see that you're an expert in your particular field. Now, what if I told you, how many of you guys would love to see to where I can show you how to get up to 4 SEO, internet marketing related posts every day to every one of your Facebook pages, to your LinkedIn, to your Google Plus, to your Twitter, to all of that. And we can do it for less than $20 a month. You know, some really good social media management. How would you guys like to do that? But not only that, this method can also be used to do it for your clients as well. So this is going to be a set it and forget it method. And I think you guys are really going to love it. But what I really want you to do is if I show this to you, please, for the love of all Jesus, do not connect this to your personal profiles. You can, but do not. Save it for, create a public figure of yourself and do it over there. Or do it in your Facebook company pages. Do it in your LinkedIn. But for the love of Jesus, don't do it on your Facebook personal. That's all I ask you to do. it'll be absolutely overkill. So what I'm going to show you is what I use, and it's pretty simple. Let me show you here how even with something like Twitter, I can keep it loaded up and look like that I'm busy when I'm not. If you look at this right here, you can see here 3 eternal linking strategies for SEO conversions, plus the 10 best practices for making links. Creativity, does your business have them? So you can see this. How much money Mark Cuban, Richard Branson make in speaking fees? Now, let me ask you this. Would you be interested in having these things show up in LinkedIn and have it show up in your own personal profile and have things like that just end up there, literally having your own social media staff for $20? And I would think that everybody would say yes, because I don't do anything. I look at this maybe once every 14 days and I get it going. So I'm going to show you exactly how this is, and I'm mainly showing this for you for LinkedIn. So different things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a site called Q. And Q is an amazing, amazing site, because what Q does is Q does hand-curated content. And what they do is they let you choose. So let me show you exactly what happens when you get inside. So when you get inside of Q, the pro version, I believe, is only $10 a month. $10 a month, that's it. Then once you're in here, you're going to go into categories, and they've got tons of categories here. If you see, I've selected the advertising industry, AdWords, affiliate marketing, they've got architecture. So you can even set this up for clients. But you can see how many articles that they've got inside. They don't have any for bass fishing, but they obviously do for business management, 209, business analytics, 6, personal branding, 9, business networking, 7, business strategy, 240. Then you can see down here on click content marketing, 461, conversion rate optimization, 41. There's a lot of different things. Entrepreneur, 21 articles, 76. And these are loaded up weekly. They're loaded up weekly with all the stuff. So you pick the content that you want to distribute out right here. And what it does is it curates it right up front. We can go down here. There's SEO stuff. Down here I've got SEO. There's 88 articles. Social media marketing. There's 6. But there's a lot of different things in here that you can do if it's going to be business related. Veterinary science. Fortunately, there's only one if you've got a vet. I've clicked women in business, WordPress, there's 37 articles. So there's a lot of different things in here that you can use, and it fills up all the time. So when you come in here and when you go to home, we can see right here that I've got scheduled posts that are in the queue. It's right here. I've got all of these things that are in the queue. I can see a like them. So what Q does is it gets integrated into another software that is $10 a month called Buffer. And Buffer lets you connect. As you can see, I've got my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Google+, my Facebook page, but I've also got my LinkedIn, and it tells me exactly what I've got going out tomorrow. So it automatically integrates in. So what happens is you can do as many times as you want. If you notice, I got 45 articles in a queue right here. And it gives me analytics also. It tells me how many people have clicked on these links. So if you can see, I'm getting engagement off of Twitter. You see right there, because I'm giving specific links to track the analytics. And it's telling me the potential 2 clicks, 2 clicks. So I'm getting engagement, and I get to check the analytics of all these as well. But it's also pushing out content, keeping my Twitter and all my social media stuff fresh. So it's that simple. I wish I could tell you that it was more complicated than this, but you just go to schedule, and you decide what you want to do. You can decide if you want to do more, add a posting time. You can do 4 times a day. I do 9:30 and right about 6. That's it, every day. You can do it once a day. You can do it every other day. Whatever you want to do. You can charge people for once a day, just like Retortal does. You can charge for this as well and get $300 or $400 or $500 for your clients if you want to manage their social media. It's literally set it and forget it. With clients, you might want to have to look a little bit closer. So it's that easy. So what I want everyone to do is to literally have this up and going and connected to their LinkedIn profile. And if you see right here, tomorrow I'm getting ready to post this. 8 simple ways to improve your email open rates. Okay? That's going to happen right here at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Then right at 5, what to include in your business plan. Now, if I don't like this, I can simply delete it, and this bumps up into the queue. That's it. So if you see something you're like, I really don't want my people to get that. So, it's all right. But what do you need to create more boring content? How to kickstart your recruitment? Look, I don't want this. This is about recruitment strategy. I don't want that. So I'm going to delete this, and it's just got rid of it. 7 secret ways to repurpose your static content. Sure, that sounds interesting. This right here. Now, a lot of these are getting moved around to different social media. Just because it's in one social media doesn't mean that it's going to out all of them. It kind of switches things around. So your Twitter, your LinkedIn, and your Facebook and all your stuff looks different. So this will get dropped into LinkedIn tomorrow, but it was in my Twitter a couple days ago. So I hope that makes sense. It's literally this easy. You know that I guys hate things that are very, very difficult. It's that easy. And let's just go to, Facebook on another one here, and let me show you exactly what it's going to look like when you do it. So we'll bring this up, and so it comes right here. So if we can see right here, you can see this is what the post looks like right here. What to include in your business plan right here. And the cool part about Buffer is you're going to get this show up everywhere. So this right up in my corner right here, if I go to search engine land, and if I see something, let's just say I go to, I spelled it wrong. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to go to search engine land, and I like this article right here. What is SEO? Look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to click this right here, and I'm going to put this article in my queue. So see here, I can do this. I can upload an image, and I can send it whatever I want. I can add it to the queue. See there, I like this image. So I'm going to add this to the queue right here. I'm going to add that to the queue, and I'm going to send right there, send. So this is being added to my queue right here. And notice, what is search engine optimization? It'll get sent out to all of these at different times, but they're adding it to my buffer right now. That's how cool this is. So when you see articles and when you see other stuff that you want to do, you can add it to your queue also for your social media. Now, I want to see all the mind blowns right here. This is something that you can do very, very easy. I'm telling you right now, if it takes you any longer than 10 minutes to 8 minutes to get all this set up, I don't know what to tell you. So you guys are going to have content distributed to everyone. And if you want to spend, 30 minutes and just picking out all of the articles that you want to share, then do that. You might want to share all of Search Engine Journal. Or there's an article, man, you know how many articles we see in Facebook every day that are cool that we read? Add it to your buffer queue. And when you've added it to your buffer queue, it'll push out to all of your stuff. But you've also got Q over here that's also doing it for you. So you don't have to do that. So there's 2 different ways that you can get this done, all for $20 a month. That's it. You don't have to pay somebody, $200 or $300 to do all your social media. You just got it all done for you right there to keep your stuff fresh. Now, the main reason I'm showing this for you tonight is I want you to look like an authority on LinkedIn. I want you to hand curate stuff, possibly trim it down a little bit better than what I've done. Just go with WordPress, SEO, and that's it. We want you to be branded as the SEO person. And I'm going to explain to you why here in a moment. Derek, what do you think about that so far? Have you ever seen that? I think you're muted. Derek might have died on us. I don't know. We'll wait for him to come back around. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom. But it's really cool stuff, and I'm telling you, it's solid. It'll keep getting pushed out there, and I want you to look like an expert. I want you to be sharing things inside of LinkedIn because it's what your connections are going to see about you. It's touches. It's your staying in their site. So you're going to be in that news feed, and you're going to be sharing, you're going to be showing your face in front of their news feed all the time. And hey, guys, guess what? What time do you think that you should be sharing your material? Whatever time zone that you're in, obviously when someone gets to work, either at 5 a.m. or possibly at 9 a.m., maybe lunchtime, 12 to 1, maybe right before they get ready to leave to work. Those are great times to share stuff, and it's going to put it in the news feed. So this is something that you can do right now to save a lot of money. So now that we've got you built up as an authority, I want these pumped out. I want you guys to get these pumped out while you're doing this. I want your connections to keep seeing you, keep seeing you, keep seeing you. Say, you know what? The guy sent me a message. So what we're doing now is we're visually getting out in front of him right now for $20 a month. But also, I've showed you another way to where we can do SEO splitting. So if we want to go out and we want to sell some social media management, or someone asks that to handle it for them, we can handle this for $500 a month. $500 a month, and all we got to do is make sure that they're okay with curated content. Now, if they're wanting original content, that's insanity not doing that. But if they want curated content and relevant, good, topical content that can be shared to their audience that's already out there from Forbes, from Huffington Post and all of these things, load it up. It's easy stuff. You can load up the whole month in about 15, 20 minutes and get yourself $500. I'm just showing you another way that you can make money with this. Or now that you can set up something out of business and look good. One of the things is let's just say that your ranking is slow for some reason. Now you've got an ace up your sleeve. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's put out some curated content. Let's engage your social media. Let's load it up so people see that you're active. Great way to do it, and you manage it. You can offer it for free. It's $20. Obviously, you know what the cost is. Or you can add another fee, but it's just something that you can add it in here. So this should be a lot of value to you guys. How do we sell curated content? You don't. You sell the social media. You sell the social media management. So a lot of people have basically been going to Retortal. I'm just telling you, here's another option that you can do. Tremendous amount of value. Tremendous amount of value for this. So the reason that I want you to look like authoritative figures inside of LinkedIn is simply because of this. We're going to start targeting groups. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the messages in a second. But now we want to go through groups. So even if I ended the lesson tonight and if all of you learned is exactly what I taught you tonight, it'd have been worth the time with you showing up. So it'd be worth the time you showing up. Something you can get content out to your stuff immediately for $20. So remember, it's Q, it's CUU. Let me just go ahead and put this on here. Let me put that in the Facebook group so people get it. Because what we're going to do is we are going to build businesses the next 6 months. I'm going to turn you in to the most deadly SEO agency or digital marketing agency in the land. You should already have enough information to know SEO at this point. We're going to talk about other things, and this is some of the things we're going to be talking about. So, LinkedIn groups. The first thing that I want you to do is this. In LinkedIn groups, there is a limit. Now, a lot of you have experienced that you can't reach out and connect with people that are beyond a second tier. But the good news is when you're in a group, you can friend request all the people that are in your group. It drops the limits because you share a group together. You're able to request them for a connect. I want to make sure that everyone just heard with what I said. If you enter into a group, you can now add anyone as a connect. I want to make sure, give me hashtag connect if you understand that. So it opens up where you can click on more people faster. So, but not only that, here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to join groups about SEO. That makes no damn sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. You'll want to go into a doctor's, a dentist group. You'll want to go into a medical group. You'll want to go into a chiropractor group. You'll want to go into something to where you can show your skill. You don't want to go into an SEO group. That doesn't do any good. I'm not trying to be the king of the SEOs. I've never even tried to do that now. I just want to make more money than all of them, and I do. So being the king in the SEO group does nothing, but it's a sword contest. Everyone's trying to measure each other's swords, and guess what? It's a waste of time, and you're not going to make any money doing it. So when you get in these groups, it opens up to where you can get anybody to start marketing to them. So, for instance, you can search right up to the top. You can just sit there. Let me just type in doctors and just type it in and just see what generally comes up. And you can see here, right here, marketing and networking for business professionals and doctors. Sounds like a group I might want to be in. It sounds like here, American doctors. Sounds like I want to be in this group right here too. There's 9,000 people in here. Doctors Hangout. For medical students, no, I don't want any medical students. That tells me I don't need to be in there. So what you can do is look, I don't want anybody stressing and sitting around with every click going, oh my God, I've only got 87, I can join left. Cotton, how do I get around the 100? This is what I can tell you. Remove yourself from one group, and then you can add yourself to another one. You're not going to be in 10 amazing groups. And let me tell you something. If you're in 100 groups that have 10,000 people, you can reach to millions of people. So I don't want to hear about the complaints about that. So if you reach the hard limit of being a member of 100 groups, what you simply do is remove yourself from all of the groups to where you don't have any traction in or that wasn't a good fit. Even try groups out. Click on a bunch of groups to see what's going on and see what the conversation is. Now, the thing of it is that when you're in a group, you want to see how active people are and exactly what they're talking about. You don't want to come in there like a bull in a china shop who's only been in there for a couple days and start yammering on about internet marketing. What you'll want to do is you've got to blend in like a ninja. Remember, I don't like people to know that they're being sold. I like people to just generally and lightly nudge them into my direction. So what we're going to do is comment on different things, especially if we got a marketing group for doctors. Right? What I want to do is go back to page 1 here. This right here, what I would want to do is congratulate people, click on some likes like a normal person, not like a psychotic stalker. I'm going to want to, maybe if the time is right, answer a few questions helpfully without selling anything. And once again, this is building a critical mass. This is generally the way that normal people have made money in LinkedIn, is through groups. Not like how I've showed you with the Sales Navigator, but basically with this, inside of groups. And it's literally no different. Once you get inside the group, you're going to want to make some connections inside the group. And that's when you're going to start connecting with people inside your group if you feel that it is a group that can benefit from your expertise of being in digital marketing. So you're going to read posts, you're going to see, you're going to participate like a normal person, and you're going to take it slow. And you're going to start connecting immediately. So as soon as you get inside of a group, you're able to start connecting. When you start connecting, you do exactly what I showed you, except the message changed. Hey, I connect with you on LinkedIn, and I also am with you in the marketing and networking for business professionals and doctors. You're going to want to add that as well. So now you've got 2 common points of interest. You're their connection, and you're in the same group together. So now they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's it. Or, oh, okay. So this is another level that we can get into and dig in. And you're going to treat this no differently than if you're over clicking people through the Sales Navigator. That's simply it. You're going to find people in these groups. You're going to participate. And if sharing content looks like it's a normal process in that group, then that's when you're going to take some of this curated content and you're going to help valuable information is you're going to place that inside the group. You're going to put in there about mobile pages. You're going to put in there, you're going to share things maybe once every 4 or 5 days. Not every day. You're going to look like a psycho doing that. And they're going to know what you're up to. You got to blend in and make sure you look normal. Now I want to make sure that everyone's following me right here. Give me hashtag normal. Normal. Be normal. Don't overdo it. Notice what the flow of the group is, what everyone's normally doing, and go with that flow. Every group has its own rhythm. But you're going to get in there and you're going to start doing that. Now, I promise you when I say this, if you start doing what I showed you the first 2 weeks, along with adding yourself in groups and making your connections through groups, and start looking at these people, posting and commenting on them, you might have someone that you're going to see in these groups that are going to say, I'm frustrated with my rankings in Google. It's going to happen. It's happened to me. You're going to have someone says, I can't get my website visible. That is an open invitation for you to reach out to them and offer your services. If you have not connected with them, connect with them first. Wait till they connect it. Send them a thank you message and say, in addition to the thank you message, we're going to put it into a hybrid and we're going to say thank them for adding you. And then we're going to say, I noticed that we're in the same group together and you're having a difficult time getting visibility with your website. It's what I specialize in. If you'd like to get a free website audit, then fill this out, and I'd love to be able to see what I can do for you. There's nothing wrong with that. He stated that he's got a problem. So that's exactly what you do. That's what these groups are for. So I want you to start searching for, I want you to be creative. I'm not going to do the work for you. I love everyone to dig in and do their work for you. You find different things. You become more accustomed to it than me showing you everything across the board. I'd like there to be some flexibility in your learning. So when you get in these groups, I want you to search for marketing groups that are going to be profitable for you. Obviously, if you're going into marketing for bakeries, chances are you're not going to be making any money or you're going to be wasting time being in that group. But you're going to find a lot of places for accountants, CPAs, chiropractors, doctors, surgeons, dentists, many different types of doctors. You're going to find a lot of different people that are going to be needing SEO services, especially if it's marketing for small business owners. That's what you want to get into. Anything like that. Another thing where you could become the star in is social media for any sort of business. Don't shy away from that, because what's going to happen is we all know people that know social media don't know SEO very well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look. We're going to stalk. This is where we become stalkers. This is where we become ninjas. Yeah, let's find out. Hey, Derek, are you still napping? Oh, yeah. He's napping.
No, I'm here, man.
Well, dude, we called on you earlier, man. People were worried about you.
Oh, sorry. My kid was waking up from his nap.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Dreaming? Were you dreaming?
Yeah.
Do you dream in color, Derek, or do you dream in black and white?
I dream in color, man.
Me too. Me too, man. Me too. Good stuff. No, did you watch the social media stuff earlier?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I've been playing with Buffer quite a bit. It's crazy, amazing tool for nothing.
Sure. Yeah, I think everyone should have Buffer. Someone just Skyped you and let you know, haha, Cotton said you were sleeping. Because that's like probably what that Skype message was. So, cool. Glad you're with us, man. Everyone's laughing at you now. Look. So, with that, we are going to do SEO. You're right. Paul says you can do SEO splitting in groups. If people are selling services inside the group, and there's some of them to where they allow them to sell services inside the group, then what you do is this. Notice it. Guys, you want to stake out the environment before and blend in with the environment, act like the environment. If they're just a bunch of idiots and they're selling stuff, then guess what? Give it about a week, comment on some things, saying, wow, that's cool. Connect with some people inside the group and start dropping stuff in there. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. So there's tons and tons, there's hundreds of groups. What I want you all to do is I want you to join at least 20 groups by this time next week. I want you to methodically look through, and I'm going to tell you what I like to do as well. What I like to do is this. I like to join groups where I don't see I have any connections. So if you see there's other OMGers in that group, because it'll tell you when you do it. When we're here, watch this. If I type in SEO for SEO groups, oh, come on. Hold on. I don't know what that's doing. So let me just do this. So when I go into SEO and when I look at this, it'll generally tell me if I've got anyone that I know inside these groups. Here's another thing as well. If those of you are looking for jobs, this is a great place right here to where you can nab an SEO job. If you're really tight on money right now, with everything that you've learned with SEO, you can definitely come in here and there are people looking for jobs. And they might even be posting for jobs. This is a group that I would probably join. I would look through this a little bit. SEO for WordPress, it might be, this is not an SEO group. This is probably a bunch of lost sheep trying to find some right answers. So play around and use your best judgment. Join at least a minimum of 20. That's what I would do. Join these. I want you to connect with people in there. I want you to stalk them. I want you to blend in with the environment of that group. I want you to participate in these groups. And I want you to be the authority, because what happens is when you start connecting with these people in this group, let's say that you've got 15, 20 connects in this group, they're going to start seeing your stuff in the news feed. And that's exactly what I want them to see. I want them to see all of your good stuff that you've done. So that's pretty cool. So I want to make sure that everyone understands this. Give me hashtag understand. Very, very, very simple. Very simple. Give me hashtag understand. You get about, how many people we got on? We almost got 500. So good. I want to make sure that everybody understands this. So this is the next level of where we're going. We're doing groups. Now, the other big thing that I want you doing is this. We'll wait till everyone does their hashtag understand. So I want you to join 20 groups, minimum. When you come through there, do it. And I really want you to start focusing also, do half your connects from now on, do half in groups, half through the Sales Navigator that you've drilled down into. So make it fun. Mix your connections up. It'll be fun. And chances are people that are active in groups are more likely to approve your connects 50 times faster. Just remember that. If you see that someone is active in a group, they're going to be 50 times likely to really hit that connect button same day. So you could really pump up your connections really fast by using groups. But not only that, you're going outside your realm of your network right now. We're all pretty tied into tier 1s and tier 2s. Here's where you can just get total random strangers and start going like crazy. So trust me, it's the fastest way. You guys want to know a hack or a faster way or a shortcut? Connecting people through groups is going to be a faster way for you to go. But once again, I don't know if they're business owners. That's why I like to do small business stuff, small business groups. So just think about that. So now that everyone understands that, what I also want you to do is I want you to come over under interests and go under groups. And when we go under groups, what I want you to do is I want you to create your own group. So when you do group, I want you to create a group. I just did one right here by example to show you guys. Small business SEO tips. So I just created this yesterday just to kind of show you guys what's going on. But also, let me show you 50 pending members. Let's get these people approved. So I also wanted to show you this group right here. We're getting these groups filling up quite nicely. So request to join. It's easy to approve people. Everyone's already approved right here. So what we want to do is by creating your own group, this is a lot like creating your own meetup. So we can see right here. Now, when you create your own group, there's a lot of different things that you can do. The reason that I want you to create and try to cultivate and grow your group, the first thing I want you to do is create it. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to show you how to get people inside your group. There's a way to do that. But when you create your own group, what's going to happen is you're going to be controlling this group, but you can also have what they call a feature. There's a feature button in your group. So if I want to make this post, the feature right here, this feature, what this does is I can make this featured post get emailed to everyone that's in this group. It'll go to their email addresses if they haven't got it turned off. So by you creating your own group, it's no different. Make it public. It's no different than you creating your own meetup page. So it doesn't matter if you get 10 or 20 people in there. If someone join your group, I want you to keep filling it with content so they can see that there's something of value in your group. So keep your group going. So I want you to create a group. It's very simple. Interests, groups, right here. It's under interests and it's under groups. And you're simply going to come down here and do your groups, create a group. That's it. It's self-explanatory. Now, you can go to the Discovers page also, and it can tell you, it can suggest for you different places where you can become a member at. But as you can see, I know 20 people in this group, 27 people, 33 people, 11, 17. And that's why it's really kind of recommending me in here, because look at this, digital marketing worldwide. So, this might be a bunch of SEOs, and that's not what I'm looking for. So even though that my profession is that, Staples Small Business Network, this might be a bunch of secretaries talking about what staplers they use. I don't know. You're going to have to join it to find out. But these groups are incredibly, incredibly powerful. I was able to use them a tremendous amount when I first started and literally pulled client after client after client out of these groups by being a ninja and by blending in. And you handle the same process, the connect, then you do the touches, and everything from there. So what we're going to do is create a group between now and next week. I want you to join 20 groups. I want you to set your social media up. I want you to get that up and going so you can start looking like an authority in LinkedIn. Now, if you're just starting out, you might just hand pick it with Buffer. Or, but just make sure that you spend time looking at what articles they have lined up for you. And then when you go into Buffer, you can just go right into the queue, and you'll see what they're going to throw out and whether you want it or not. If you don't want it, you're simply just going to delete it. It's literally the easiest, and it's this easy to connect. You can connect a group. Here's the best part about it is I can even put this in OMG if I wanted to. I wouldn't, but I could. I could put this content in OMG as if I was posting it in there. You can connect it to a profile, or you can connect it to a page, which is a work page. and you can connect it to LinkedIn business pages. I'm sorry, your Google Plus business pages as well. You can also use Pinterest. So it's very, very, very powerful. You can push this stuff out. It just keeps your stuff looking fresh. So want to make sure that we have no questions about what we're to do for next week. Guys, if you feel this has been helpful, clarification. Yeah, you need to get both Q and buffer to get this going. You know, I would just do that. That way you always have content ready to go. You don't have to. You know what? I'm going to go with what Malcolm says. Give me a hell yeah. If like you guys are enjoying this LinkedIn stuff, and if you know, I'm just telling you right now, with what we're showing you and what we're digging in, this is literally the most powerful way in 2016 that I can tell you that you can get clients. I'm just telling you. We're going to see more success coming around. We're going to see people start getting clients. You're going to see people literally having a lot more success than we did before. So while everyone's putting in the hell yes here, what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick recap on everything and answer some last questions about anybody that really didn't understand about how to get these messages out, especially if it doesn't happen. So what I want everyone to do is just get ready to take screenshots. If you want this mind map that I'm going to do that's going to show you exactly how to do the messaging system, then this is exactly, get ready to do this. So what I've got here is this. And this right here is the mind map that I've developed. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect right here. So we're going to connect. We're going to wait for 7 days. Then we're going to go to touch one. Touch one. Now, one of two things can happen on the first touch after we connect. We have a 7-day cooling period after we connect. Connect, cooling period, we send out first touch. Now, when we send out the first touch, one of two things can happen. We can reply or no reply. I would generally wait 7 to 14 days to get a reply. Someone could be on vacation. It is the summer. Someone doesn't check their LinkedIn all the time. Just be patient. When you've seen that a minimum of 7 to 14 days has gone by, they can now get loaded into the no reply queue. If they've not replied, then you would wait at least another week if you've seen it not reply. At least give it 21 days with a no reply. Then you can send out a modified touch one with touch times 2 combined. So if you want to know what that looks like, figure it out. Go to 1 and go to 2 and combine them together. That's it. Just this. Just put 1, 2 together and sign it with that on there. That's it. Send them something. So that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to spark them again. So we're going to do a modified touch 1 with the touch 2. We're going to combine it in there again with a second message. Now, if we still get no reply, we're going to wait 30 days on that. We can send a refresh touch 1 and touch 2 again. Then that's it. For me, I just don't waste any more time on that. Now, we have a reply. Let's say that from the touch 1, you get a reply. Hey, thanks, looking forward to connecting. What we do is we want to wait 14 days. We want to go to touch 2. We'll wait 14 days and we'll go to touch 3. At any point in time that they offer to do business, want to look at your website or fill out your form or anything, that breaks this chain. Immediately go and sell them, send them to your discovery form, treat them if they're a normal client. If from the touch 2 we get no reply after 14 days, then we do a fresh touch 2 again. Now, that's as far as I'm going to take you right now. You have the general idea of what this looks like. So how many of you, hold on, let me see if I can share this. Let me see. See if I can do, you just take a screenshot. I'll leave it up. If you guys want to take a screenshot, you can just take a screenshot of it. So that's what it is. What I want to make sure is that everyone understands this 100%. 100%. So it's pretty simple. The connect, wait 7 days. Touch 1. If they don't reply, We're going to head on this one. If they reply, we head on this one. If they don't reply on the 2, we head on that one, and then they go there. Touch 3, same way. Basically, just take this and re-add it to touch 3. Don't make it any more difficult than what it is. This is the most difficult training I've ever given you guys, and literally, it's super easy. So just don't over-confuse yourself with it. Want to make sure that everyone got this and you understand that everyone get a screenshot of this, and I want to make sure that everyone is going to get this stuff done. What I want to see is how many of you have sent out your touch 1s? Give me a hashtag 1X. Give me hashtag 1X if you've sent out at least your like first ones. I want to see it. See how many's on 1X. If you've gotten to 2X, I want to see a hashtag 2X. Some of you might have accelerated it faster than not. Let me get back here. Guys, if you want a screenshot, get it ready. Get it ready and be quick about it. I'm going to do it here in about 10 seconds while I'm looking at this. So here we go. Take a screenshot. So, you know what? I can take a screenshot. I'm just not. I will, you know what? I'll just share this in the groups. I'm not going to share it in the OMG way. The OMG way is not for members. Always remember that. It's not for members. Don't ask questions in the OMG way. It's just a general group that we use for webinars and other stuff. So how many of you have got to 2X? Is there any 2Xs? How many of you have got to 2X? Give me a 2X if you've got to 2X. Interesting. That's good. Looks like we're moving along the right pace. How many of you have had a business owner reach out to you already? Give me hashtag success. I want to see that. That you've had a business owner reach out to you. I want to see hashtag success. Wow, this is a lot. Just from what I'm seeing right now. Holy crap. It's a lot of people, isn't it, Derek?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So certainly. So good. Wow. Megan says she's got 2. You got 2. So, wow, a lot of people having success with this. It's what I wanted to hear. So what we're really going to do is, and I'm going to say this and say it again, from now till the end of the year, what I'm going to be focused on training you guys in is, listen, I've trained some of you guys from pups all the way up. There's one of my pups right here, Shannon. I've trained you guys as pups. And from all the way from assimilation light all the way up to now you're big dogs in the yard, we don't really need to be going over SEO. You know enough SEO knowledge right now to literally blow it up. If there'll be maybe 1 webinar, 2 webinars that I might come on with something that's really beneficial for you. But basically what I want to do between now and the end of the year with teaching you is how to build your business. How to build your business, how to make more money, how to put all the pieces together. That's it. You should have the SEO down by now. We worked on it for 6 straight months. So what I'm going to be bringing to you is every week is more social media ways. We could be going over how to get clients from Snapchat, from how to get clients from Pinterest, from Instagram, and a lot of different ways. And we're going to go over some crazy client getting methods that are literally going to blow you away. So we're going to work on that the rest of the year. I want you guys to be loaded in money. And, you know, if you need SEO training, you're in good hands. Fletcher's got 2 Q&As. Greg's got a Q&A. Joe's got his hot seat. You guys are in good hands with all your SEO questions that you want answered. You know, I want to make sure you guys have business building ideas that you can take and just stack and stack and stack and stack. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to continue on that next week. Next week, I want to let you know, here's what's going on next week. We're taking off next week. We have a very special assimilation webinar next Wednesday. It will not be about LinkedIn. Special guest David Mills will be on next week on assimilation. Then we will start back up again And we have 3 more webinars on LinkedIn. 3 more. And you say, how can that be? Trust me. You'll want it and you'll need it. We have not got into LinkedIn advertising. We have not got into retargeting. We have not got into a lot of different things that is literally going to open up that. The video contest, that's a good question. I haven't went through and had a chance to look at them. I was in Miami all weekend long. What I want you guys to do is I want people to nominate 3 videos. So if somebody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to look through this. I'm going to go through that thread and I'm going to look for who has the most likes. So if you go into the thread right now and if you see a video that you think should win, I want you to like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the top 4 liked videos. The top 4 liked videos that are in there, and I'm going to make a new thread, and I'm going to have you guys vote it out of who you think should win it, and then and do not vote for yourself. If I see that you've clicked on your video, you're disqualified. So that's just a little heads up for you. So if you clicked on your own video, you're disqualified. So I will choose 4 or 5 videos, and I will let you guys vote on those videos from the 4 or 5, and then we will have a winner. I don't want to choose a winner. I want you to choose a winner. I will tell you what my winner is, but I'll let you choose who gets the money. So remember, what I want you guys to think about with this sales video contest, there's several good videos, but there's very few that I would ever allow on my website. There's very few I would ever allow on my website. So just remember that. They're okay. I did not see any great videos that I would be excited about putting on cottongrammar.com. Trust me. You'd have to pay to put that on there. So what I'm saying is just vote. I'll look in the morning. I will pick out 4 or 5 of the highest voted videos. So if you didn't get any votes and yours is good, sorry. We'll just have to go from there. So Derek, any last words?
No, man. That's a great webinar.
Good.
Got to get to work here.
Yeah, I want these people to keep pumping out connections. Just so I have a mental note because I'm staying on top of stuff. What is the most connections, guys? Give me in a hashtag how many new connections that you've added. I want to see that. I just want to see how many new connections have you added. It doesn't have to be exact. Just if it's 433, just give me 4. I want to see how many new connections so you guys have an idea of the growth that you've got. Jerome's doing killer, man. He's got 800. Megan Lee's got 3. We got some, wow. Gnarly Guy's got 1,500. So there's a lot of people here. Let me see. Should be posting these in. Come on, guys. You should know how many you've got by now. Is this all we've got? Is this the only people that we know that have like done it? Let me refresh this so we get it. Then we'll be done. Hold on here. Get it here. Wow, we got 500, 982, just sort of 1,100. Man, we got a lot of people knocking it out. Tanya's doing great. I broke my count. One has 128 and 40 yards. It's great. 720. Wow, that's good stuff. 340. It says 1,800. That is amazing. That is amazing. So keep it going, guys. Keep it going. 6 more since the webinar started. 1,800 right here and over 1,000 connections. It's good stuff. So keep it going. Guys, I love how you are keeping everyone motivated in all the groups. You know, if you're having a small amount of success, wow, Irene's kicking it. If you're having a small amount of success, post about it. People love seeing success reports. You know, if you've got an owner that's reached out to you, post about it. People get inspired by that. It gets them clicking more. It gets them doing more connects, more stuff. So I'm happy to see all your success reports that are going on. It means that we're all moving in the right direction. Remember, next week we're taking a break from LinkedIn. So continue to send out your 1Xs. You can start on your 2Xs. You have enough to keep you busy. Join 20 groups. Join and start stalking these groups out, get some connects from the groups, set up your queue, set up buffer, start looking like an authority. We will pick this up 2 weeks from today with all new LinkedIn lessons for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and we'll keep rolling in from there. So with that, Derek, any last words?
No, I'm good.
Cool. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Good night, man.